God, you guys are always sneaking up on me, huh? Yeah, I'm glad you're here though, for sure. Good seeing you. You know, still standing on this NGA. You know what? We got some talking to do. Yeah, just to rough it off a little bit with the 80 grit, cut it down real quick and lightly with the old mud flat block. You know, all through this YouTube journey, like they like to say, me doing YouTube, got to doing a little bit of thinking. I do spend a lot of time thinking about whether I should keep making videos or not, right? Usually about the time I'm thinking, well, I should probably just give it up. I'll probably get a lot more done, you know, that sort of thing. About the time I start thinking about that, somebody leaves a comment that just blows me away. And it's you guys that keeps me doing it, right? And so I got to thinking, you know, am I a successful YouTuber? You know. So what do you call success in anything at all? You know, just let me know what you think, but there's a whole lot of times in my life I was for sure not successful. Success can mean a lot of different things. So I'm just going to kind of probably leave this. I kind of got the outer shell kind of broke down, you know. Success to a lot of people could be, you know, being rich, so rich they don't have to do anything, you know. Is that success? I'd say it would be, you know, in general. All right. Let me get the smaller grits. Sandpaper, not breakfast. Got the piece of 180 on there. And the curvature that I like. Is it a happy marriage? A perfect marriage? Does that mean you're successful? Are you successful if you don't have any debt? I don't know. You tell me. Are you successful because you finally got brakes on the back of your old motorhome? Well, you're successful at that, or at least in my case I was. And that stuff sands like butter. Need to get it down inside here. Makes it a little nicer because that's a thin block, you know. You know, it's not, you know, you know what I mean. But I'm still gonna have to get in there with something a little more accurate. Right here, kind of see a little bit of a darker color. That's not the same dark color as our guide coat. That's the darker color of the epoxy sealer that's underneath our filler primer. So since I don't see anything else in this vicinity, we're done sanding that. We don't want to break through the bare metal unless, you know, it just works out that way. But that means stop. So if you look real close right quick, you'll be able to see these lines right here. Those dark colored lines. There's some up here too. What that is sanding scratches in the Bondo, in the bodywork that's underneath. And this is why this stuff is so good. Kind of hard to get in there, but you gotta do what you gotta do. See, those are just about gone. See, just a little bit of black left right there. And right here, you can see this black stuff, right? Well, of course down here is black, but right here is sanding scratches. As I work my way out from there, I want the whole thing yeah, see, starting to hitting a little bit of sealer underneath, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna show you something else anyway. I'm gonna get something I can get down in here. Bondo pallet. No, Bondo squeegee. Nice sharp corner. I got my 180 on there, and it's a little flexible, but it's firm. You know, it's going to be tough for me to push real hard in the middle of it and make an imprint, right? But I think I'll be able to get down in there. I know my big head's probably in the way, and there we go. The sanding scratches are gone. I just got to work my way all down through here, clean up that corner. A little bit more to go. I'll just use that all up down through there. Okay, this corner of the car is done. I'll move over to that corner right there. So, but I didn't tell you. You ever seen one of those Eastwood Company, the vacuum block things? Well, I thought they were pretty cool, so I just went ahead and bought one. Heck with it. And I'm gonna show it to you. We're gonna review it right here before your eyes. Yeah, works pretty good. So I wanna address a comment. The last time we worked on this old girl. And I agree with what he said. I forget who it was. You know, sand crossways, right? Avoid doing that. Well, if in the rough stage, and we're first going to rough it in with our 80 grit like I am here, you can see right here, see the light spot? See the light spot right there? The little dark spots kind of in between. Well, that's where this panel is wavy. Fender's the same way. You can run your hand through here. This one ain't too bad. You can feel a little bit right here. But if I cross hatch it this way, that's going to stay there. But if the first thing I do and I'm not going to try to take it all out. I'm just not, it was there from factory, but I want to smooth it out a little bit. And that's going to be a whole lot more level than if I went like this, right? Because what's going to happen, this you know, is not a perfectly hard block. It's going to conform with that. So what I want to do is kind of start off. That's just me. You guys do what you want. It's your little dark spot. And I really don't want to get down to bare metal, but I want to, that polyester primer is so thick, and it's pretty low right there. I might dust that off and something on it, but man, it's factory, you know. This isn't rotisserie 100 point restoration. But see, if I go like this a little bit, and then I'm going to go like this over top of it anyway with the 80 grit, what's the difference? It takes those scratches out. And he's right, you can end up with scratches off the edge of that, like gouges. Well, he is right. I'd rather concentrate on that and level that off. And see, almost all the rest of it's gone except for right there. I'll have to make a decision. Do I want to fix that or not? I'm thinking, nope. Yeah, I need a break. I can go at it pretty hard for a little while and I got to sit down. I mean, it's hard work. If I want to be successful at this thing, even though it's not perfect, it's not going to be a show car, it's going to be a dang good looking car though. And I'm going to be proud of it. Ralph's going to be proud of it. Ralph's going to be thankful. You know, he's going to be, I want him to be over the moon with it. You hear that, Ralph? Pretend if you have to. You know, successful at YouTube? I think so. It's that one person or two people, somebody that might bling something off and learn a little something from a hillbilly that just fights his way to get through stuff done, to get stuff done, you know? Man, that one person, that's why I make these videos. Make these videos so that long after I'm gone, because it'll happen someday, my kids, my grandkids can check it out and see what the Papaw did, you know. That's important to me too. Sometimes I think success is just what you leave behind when you're gone. Hopefully I don't leave a big mess. I don't plan on it, but you never know. All right, let's get back to work. Fan are running. Man, old fat guy's getting wore out, sweaty. Okay, all done. For the most part. There's a couple places I'm gonna fix. Right here, and I think we had some body filler stop right here. Right there, and there's a dent here that I never knew was there. So I'm gonna fix that and that. Not fixing that, the mirror goes there, so who cares? Maybe a few other places. You know, this just needs blocked out a little bit more. But really, there's actually a pretty good dent right there. But it doesn't matter because the windshield bolts right here. Actually bolts right here. And then the windshield bracket bolts right here. That's why that's bent from the windshield. So we're not going to fix that either because it's going to be covered. There's this little place. And since there's really no other, I know the back's going to have something like that. You see a little bit of, you know, a little bit like right there. We'll get in there and clean that up. I haven't decided yet. Might go ahead and fix that while we're swiping that and that. Old Uncle Mike needs a rest and a tasty beverage. Get parched out here. You know, I was thinking, you know how your subconscious messes with you and makes you be afraid of things that you know there's no reason to be afraid of, but you still feel afraid. And you, maybe like me, I keep telling myself, I'm not afraid. Not afraid. I'm not afraid. Well, I got nothing to be afraid about. And then next thing you know, you actually believe and your subconscious says, oh, I'm not afraid. I bet success is like that too. If you keep telling yourself, if you're the guy who thinks you're not successful, in the back of your head, you're not successful, you keep fighting for this thing that you haven't got and don't appreciate what you got, tell your subconscious, I am successful. Now you may not believe it, for long you will. Trust me on that, Uncle Mike says. So anyway, gonna use the DA on the back of that car, all the flat spots, get it knocked down, just save old guy a little bit of time, you know. So you can listen to a Pumpkin Holler Boy song right now. There you go.
Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the rooster bought a pine with a silver dollar. The box is over and the next holler. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the duck, she's dancing, she don't care. Mallard's off on a whiskey dare. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the mice are rolling, itty bitty dice. The cute but the cut you if you don't play nice. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the coop's set up, kegs rolled in. Where you going? Where you been? Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the coop's set up, kegs rode in. Where you going? Where you been? Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight.
So after the quick DA-ing, of course, you know, just want to break that hard outer layer, that skin. That's what we were using the 80, the firm car, just to bust it down and kind of level off real quick. Kind of does the same thing. Hopefully it saved me a little bit of time. We got a dent right there. I never noticed it before. Well, I'll have to fix it. But you know, just gonna, my old Durablock, the half flexible, super hard, but a little flexible, you know. You see these little pits? That's just and you see here the roughness of the primer. That stuff's so thick. You lay it on there thick, it just kind of ripples. You know, it's just like putting too much paint on something. This is 180, so you know. Got the fans going, helping to carry some of the dust off. You should be wearing a mask. I'm doing a lot of talking because I talk a lot. But I did when I use that machine, that dust goes everywhere, so. I mean, you guys, let me know what you think about that. About all that success stuff. It's like positive affirmation kind of stuff. I believe it works. So you know, you want to take those little wins that you get once in a while. Man, that makes you a success. The only one who makes you successful is you. Nobody else. No money. You know, I mean, it's nice to think that we could all be rich and then we'd be successful, but money isn't everything. I make good money and I'm happy for it, but you know, if you're watching this video, you're a success because you're alive, right? You're successful at living. I've complained about my job and stressful and man, I want to get out of it, and that is the truth. But it could be so much more worse. I could not have a job. I could not have this cool place to work on old cars in. I could have a wife that doesn't understand, you know. She has a hard time sometimes, but she does a pretty good job of trying to understand. She knows what I'm about. So, am I successful? Heck yeah, I am. Very. Very, very, very. You never hear me say I'm not. We went camping. You guys might have saw the video about the rear brakes. Yeah, we did go camping. And I worked till almost 7 o'clock that night on a Friday night, just before a holiday weekend. You do that, kind of keeps that, you know, sandpaper from plugging up. But worked till 7 o'clock and got done working and run home. Big storm come through. And thought, well, we're going to wait on the weather a little bit, and we'll go ahead and go camping and just show up a little bit late. It was a good thing I was working late, because if I wasn't working late, we'd have been right in the middle of that storm. You know, things happen for a reason. Sometimes you just don't know that reason. All right, see, I like this right here in the middle. I got a little bit of couple pits there. Got to get them out. 57's getting wet. So that tarp keeps it dry inside. Yep. All right. Back of the trunky area. Fenders, I haven't touched yet. But I will. What I used just about this whole entire thing was that piece of 1x2. And that's not the rough sawn. It's the smooth finished kind. It was scrap. Man, being as hard as it is, being hard like that, I could feel waves. That, flat. Even down through here. Just going like this, right? and it actually helped being hard. It seems like it cut the primer down a lot faster. Man, I had a bunch of primer on this deck lid. Still got to do our edges yet, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's turned out pretty good. Just barely a little, you know, bare metal spot, little epoxy primer showing up. We have these 2 dents to fix, and I can feel them from underneath, and I don't know how I never felt them, but had my hands all over this car, but there they are. We'll keep your sandpaper clean longer. Wire brush, you know. So we got a couple spots to fix here. I think right there, there's a dent I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this since everything else turned out so nice-ish, you know. I mean, I'll probably scuff that out, just this bottom area, and kind of inside mask it off and repaint that when I do the rest of the car. It's getting kind of beat up, and I wasn't real pleased with it the way it turned out, so scuff her down and do it again. It'll be just fine. So I'll probably, you can look, you can see the scratches, right? That's why we're doing this. That's scratches from in the Bondo. But that stuff's so thick, you know, it's awesome. We'll jack the car up high as I can to one side. I'll do the one side, top of the doors and fenders and all that, so I can sit down. Bending over like that just kills me. Transmissions for 35 years, actually 25, has done me in. So, yeah, same here. We'll go like this, do that. Once we're done with that, 400 wet sand, the whole thing. I'll just lightly dust it with guide coat. Problem with using it so, you know, dense like this, or just trying to get it cleaned off, it plugs the paper up really fast. Because it's not primer, it's a, you know, it's a hard enamel, or I don't know, whatever it is. She's getting there. 11 o'clock. Whew. Started at 4:30. It's a lot of work, you know. But you're going to be more proud when you're done. If you've never done something like this, don't think you're going to get it done real fast. This isn't the place where we hurry and rush. Our prep jobs, our paint jobs, just like my friend Pete always said. And hey, I'm glad you guys hung out again. And really, take care of yourselves. Take care of this up here. Be good to yourself. You're a success. Every single one of you. I know I am. Boy, I've been through a lot. There was times I thought I wasn't going to make it to the next day. And that's being honest with you. Uncle Mike's been through a lot, but I want you guys smiling. Right? Junk out.